Today we're going to dive into a really fascinating modern fable. It's all about two ancient spirits, but really it's a story about balance, about kindness, and that often overlooked need for a little self-reflection. It's the tale of the giver and the reminder.
So let's just start with this question right here, because it really frames the whole thing. What is the other side of kindness? I mean, your first thought might be cruelty, right? But this fable, it suggests it's something way more interesting, and maybe, just maybe, more essential for a balanced life.
The story starts by painting this amazing picture. You can almost feel the chill in the air. In a land where the days grew short and the nights grew long, there existed a season of anticipation. It's a time for looking forward, sure, but it's also a time for looking inward. And presiding over it all are two very different but very connected spirits.
All right, so first up, let's meet the spirit everyone loves to see. The spirit of warmth and reward. He's basically the embodiment of positive reinforcement, generosity, and all the cheer of the season. The story calls him the gentle giver.
And his role, as you can see, is pretty simple and just beautiful. He rewards goodness. He's drawn to people with kind hearts, and his whole purpose is to bring light and cheer into the world. It's that simple.
So, how do you spot him? Well, he's known by the soft glow of his lantern, kind of like a beacon of warmth when it gets dark. He leaves these little gifts, sweet treats, as a direct reward for kindness. He's pretty much a positive feedback loop in spiritual form. You do good, he shows up.
Okay, so now let's talk about his counterpart, the whisper of introspection. This second spirit, he's way more mysterious, way more complex, and he's not an enemy or a villain, not at all. He's a teacher, and he brings a totally different kind of gift, a lesson.
And just listen to how the story describes him. It's so vivid. A coat as dark as the deepest night, horns like the gnarled branches of ancient trees, and eyes that held the glint of winter stars. I mean, wow. He sounds ancient and wild, like a force of nature that's both stark and totally impartial.
Now this slide right here is absolutely crucial, because it's so easy to look at the dark coat and the horns and immediately think punishment or bad guy. But as we see here, that's not his job at all. He is not a judge handing down sentences. He is a reminder. He's just a nudge to look inside yourself.
Even the things he carries are purely symbolic. That echo of chains you see mentioned, it's not a physical threat. It's more like a sound, an echo of what happens when we neglect our better selves. And the bundle of birch, it's not for hitting anyone. It's a symbol for redirection, for the need to change your course back toward kindness. And this is the key to how he operates. He doesn't actually do anything. He just is. His silent presence alone is enough. For those who've been thoughtless or unkind, it's described as a rustling whisper in the cold air that makes you stop and think about what you've done.
So this brings us to the absolute core message of the fable. Two sides, one truth. These two spirits are not opposites locked in some epic battle of good versus evil. No way. They're partners.
They actually work together, like two sides of the same coin. The fable says they are two sides of the same truth, which is such a powerful way to think about it, right? You just can't have one without the other if you want the full picture.
And this slide just lays out that balance perfectly. On one side, you've got the gentle giver, bringing the warmth of generosity and the light of kindness. On the other side, the shadowy reminder brings that necessary chill of accountability, that need for self-awareness. One without the other is just incomplete.
And this quote right here, this really gets to the philosophical heart of the whole story. True goodness isn't just not being bad, it's a conscious choice. Light is best appreciated against the backdrop of shadow. It's so true. We value kindness so much more because we're aware of the alternative.
So what does this all mean for us, in our very modern, complicated lives? What is the path to joy that this fable is trying to show us? How do we actually apply this idea of balance? Well, the story offers a pretty clear two-pillar path to what it calls a joyful heart. As you can see, step one is about appreciating generosity by also understanding accountability. And step two is about paving your own path, not just with kindness to others, but also with the self-awareness to look inward.
So ultimately, if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. True growth requires both. It's about embracing our capacity for kindness and our need for self-awareness. One nurtures our connection to other people, and the other strengthens our connection to ourselves.
And that brings us right to the end. The fable leaves us with a really personal question to ponder. Are you in a season of your life where you need to focus on the gentle giver's message of warmth and generosity? Or is it maybe time to listen to the shadowy reminder's quiet call for a little introspection? The answer, of course, is going to be different for every single one of us.